Greetings, Stash Wyslouch here. Welcome to my bi-weekly series, Musical Quick Tips. I'm currently accepting students online. This is Musical Quick Tip number 37. That means there's been 36 quick tips before this one. That means we've got a pretty consistent output going on. That means that if you like this quick tip, you'll probably like future and past quick tips. And so maybe you'll benefit from subscribing to my YouTube channel. Maybe you'll leave a comment, maybe you'll hit that like or dislike button, and then maybe together we can beat that dreaded algorithm that's holding you down, that's holding me down, and we're just trying to get out here
and learn some music together.
Help me out. Subscribe to that YouTube channel, won't you? Today's quick tip is this. Isolate and exploit one rhythm. Put it into your warm-up practice routine and then put it into the music you're actually playing. When improvising, when composing, when playing music, any aspect of the music that came before the moment can be a good seed for the music that comes after. It could be the melody, it could be the words, it could be the chords, or what we'll explore today, an isolated rhythm. Our overall goal then, when we're exploring any of these one aspects, is to fine-tone our musical muscles so in the moment we can respond better to those seeds as they present themselves. So let's isolate a rhythm and put it into a warm-up scale routine. Let's take, for example, the tune Little Georgia Rose.
Now come in and listen to my story.
That first lyric, now command. If we just isolate the rhythm of command, now command, we could describe that as an eighth note and a quarter note. Some might argue it's an eighth note and then a dotted quarter, but let's keep it interesting right now and say it's an eighth note and quarter. So just the rhythm against the click is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually, for example, when we're playing a scale, we play in even beats. A scale in eighth notes exclusively, a scale in quarter notes, a scale in 16th notes exclusively. What if we just put this rhythmic template, an eighth note and then a quarter note, into our scale routine? A major scale with a rhythmic template going up and down, 2, 3, 4. Cool things happen that already expand our scale practice to something a little more musical than it was before. For starters, this rhythm inherently ends up accenting certain notes more than others. The one that lands on the quarter note ends up being accented. Cool. A technical challenge presents itself. If we go by the general law of flat picking, where a down pick is on a downbeat and an up pick is on an upbeat, every time we execute this rhythmic template, we start it on a different pick. Down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down. Interesting. By conquering this technical challenge of a slightly odder picking pattern, maybe we'll be more flexible if the music throws us curveballs in the moment. That'd be nice. Now we could take any of the exercises we've talked about in previous quick tips. For example, quick tip number 7, where we interpolated fourths into our scale routine. Now we do it with this little rhythmic template. A major, interpolated fourths. Etc., etc. We could stop there and I'd be pretty satisfied with the quick tip, but let's keep going. Even with this interpolated fourths exercise, the melodic cells produced are still just 2 notes, 2 attacks. 1, 2, 1, 2, starts over again, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it lines right up with our rhythmic template. But let's take, for example, quick tip number 17 scale exercise, where we went up in triads. The 1 triad, 2 triad, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We were doing that in even beats. The melodic cell, though, is 3 notes because it's a triad. So what happens then when we imprint a melodic cell of 3 notes onto a rhythmic cell with only 2 notes? Some very cool musical things start happening. Let's hear what that sounds like. I'm playing triads in the scale going up with a rhythmic template of an eighth note to a quarter note. Da 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 da. Cool. Sounds quite different than 3, 4. By practicing this in a structured way, it's very likely going to leak into our intuitive musical sense. That's why we practice after all. Now you could take any rhythmic template over any kind of melodic cell you're putting through some scales. You'll come up with some really interesting combinations. Can you imagine a rhythmic template with 4 attacks with a 5-note melodic cell? I don't know, I'm just spitballing, riffing here, but I hope you see the infinite potential of taking an interesting rhythm with an interesting melodic cell and the kind of possibilities it could start to offer to your compositional and improvisational brain. So as always, let's do a musical example and set up an ideal that maybe if I practice this, something like this could happen when I'm improvising sometime in the future and a certain rhythmic cell is fed to me. 1, 2, 3. Thanks as always for watching my videos. I appreciate it. Hope to hear from you soon. Goodbye.